Hey, I want to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have John Henning on the line, and he's a franchise consultant over at We Insure. John, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate the time.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get into this. So we got a couple things to cover. Have some big news here that we're not going to spoiler in the beginning, but I just want to kick it off by just getting right into what you're doing over at We Insure. Tell us more about the company, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So We Insure is a privately held franchise company, and what we do is we help entrepreneurs build residual income while providing a needed service to their clients. Now, we do this through our proven franchise system with the systems and processes that we have in place, and really how that impacts our individual franchise owners in a positive way is it allows them to focus on sales and marketing, which is really what they want to do, versus servicing and accounting and administrative. That's really what We Insure does in the insurance space, is provides a turnkey business in a box model for the insurance entrepreneur that wants to start their own insurance franchise, and we package that together, and that's really what we do as a company.
Man, I love this, and if I could go back and do it all over again, I think I would have went the franchise model. So, I mean, I was an advisor for, 12 plus years. I've been in media full-time now, going on 4, but can you explain the difference? Because I don't want to assume that everybody out there even understands what the franchise model means, especially in financial services, versus going out there and kind of going out there alone and kind of reinventing things themselves. Can you explain some of the differences?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So and this comes up all the time. So what a franchise does, forget about We Insure for a moment. What a franchise does in general, what they should do is they should get you to where you would be on your own in a few years, but get you there today. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'll use a couple of cliches. You don't have to take the black eye and the bloody noses, because We Insure has already done that. So we have a proven system. We sign a franchise contract with the franchise buyer. They pay us a franchise fee for the rights to open the franchise. We sign a contract with them, and then we help them get open, help them set everything up. In this case, with We Insure, we help them set up the carriers, the service, the commissions, all the different things that they need. So we're starting them out on third base, and all they have to do is hit a good, solid single to hit that run in. They don't have to hit a grand slam home run like you would if you were starting it on your own. Does that make sense?
And the real key here is that I love that you said that you're compressing time, because that's a big deal, like the amount of time. So when you think about runway, when you think about burn rate, when you think about how much an entrepreneur has other than sweat equity, but also, finances that takes to, and what it's going to take to build systems. I mean, it can be expensive to do a lot of these other things on your own, there's no guarantee, by the way, that you're going to get it right. So meaning it's not, if you're going out there, you're starting your first firm, that's your first firm. Like, you don't have the benefit of possibly having the amount of data and things that you collect over time. That's why I'm a big fan of the franchise model in general. And in terms of We Insure, what you guys are doing over there, I think that's a great transition. So some big news here. I mean, you guys are expanding nationwide. I mean, let's get into it. So tell us a little bit more about this expansion that you've had.
So We Insure started 11 years ago as a Florida-based company. Our founder was with one of the big captive companies, and a captive is where you sell one insurance product. A brokerage, which is what we do, is where you sell many insurance products to the clients. And so our founder, Phil Vasali, started the company 11 years ago when he left that captive and created a system based on what he wasn't getting at that large company, and his intention was to franchise this, and he grew it successfully over 11 years in Florida. And so late last year, now we had already had this plan in place. Late last year, we created a team, the national expansion team, which I'm heading up, to move into all of the other states. And so what that means is we can now talk with entrepreneurs that want to open up an insurance brokerage business in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Georgia is a big focus, great market, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then looking up the East Coast later this year, we'll be in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. So what we're doing is we're having really in-depth, targeted, and intentional conversations with specific people. So people that want to work on the business, not necessarily in the business, and in those states specifically. Now, we can talk to anyone in the country, but those states make the most sense for us as a company when it comes to carriers and commissions and support and service, all the things that we offer to them. Those are the states that we prepped for to be ready to open up those franchises quickly in those states, and that's all happening right now. We just opened up one in Texas, Mississippi, 2 in Georgia. I've got somebody ready to come on board in South Carolina in 2 weeks, so we're really moving into this national expansion plan.
Let's go a little bit further into the, because a lot of people listening to this, and some of them are really excited, but I do want to make sure that the right types of entrepreneurs follow up with you. What does We Insure classify as kind of like the right fit, if you will?
We really have 2 primary markets for us, and so we're looking for the insurance professional that's working at an insurance agency right now that's typically going to work for a captive. That would be like working for Allstate Farmers, that type of thing. Okay, that's a captive company where they only sell one product. We're looking for that person that's a professional, has been producing business for a period of time and really understands insurance, and they want to open up their own. And so that's about half of our franchise owners. The other half of our franchise owners is where it gets really exciting. Those are the people that are already in other businesses that are like-minded. And what I mean by that is the mortgage companies, the real estate companies. This is a perfect bolt-on for a real estate brokerage. They've got a bunch of agents. They've got a bunch of business already flowing through their structure that they have set up already. This becomes an ancillary service that allows them to better service their clients and keep it in-house and have the closes go smoother. So we've seen a real interest in the real estate space specifically, where they're coming to us and saying, raising their hand and saying, please call me. I want to look at bolting this onto my real estate business because there's no increased overhead, very minimal increased overhead. And they already typically have the staff in place where they can tap into what they need from the sales perspective. Okay. So real estate.
Wow, that becomes really interesting. I have to agree with you. As a bolt-on to it, I mean, it just makes sense. I can just think about how much easier it would be if you can get the home insured and everything else just right there, so that, like you said, a smoother closing. You don't have to have the client call the other. You bring in another person, which may or may not make sense. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but I just mean I can see how that can work for real estate agents and real estate companies, I should say, overall.
Yeah, it's a great add-on for them. Very low cost to get it started as well. And we've had a lot of success in the broker owners, the real estate broker owners, really getting it, just like you just did when I explained that. That's the reaction we get from the people that are the professional business people.
Fantastic. So that being said, so John, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information or they want to connect, what's the best way for them to reach out and to learn more?
Well, there's 3 different ways they can reach out to me. I'm big on LinkedIn, so they can go to johnthefranchiseguy.com. I've set up that domain name, johnthefranchiseguy.com. That redirects right to my LinkedIn profile, and they can reach out to me there. They can email me at johnthefranchiseguy@gmail.com, or they can call me 484-942-6383, or text me at that number as well.
Fantastic. Well, John, really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing more about all the great things that you're doing over at We Insure to help both business owners and entrepreneurs and also their clients. I mean, doing some great work there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and what kind of things that you're working on. And John, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks, Adam. Really appreciate it.